All right, so I came up with a list of 15 knives for you to spend that stimulus check on, but don't worry because I got something here for everybody. There's gonna be big knives and I got little knives. I got high end and budget, front flippers and even backlocks. There's automatics and fixed blades, so you name it, it's here. I'll also be sure to go ahead and include links for like every knife that I show you here today down in the description below. So just in case, like if there's anything you see here today that you like, go ahead and scoop it up. Hey, how you doing? If this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. My name is Jay. Consider now clicking on that subscribe if you're looking for knife reviews that get right to the point. Whew. All right, how about we get into this mess? Let's go ahead and start out with number 15. This is going to be a newer release from Artisan Cutlery, designed by Laconico, and this is the Centauri. Now the Centauri comes in two different versions. There's the S35VN blade, or there is the Damascus, which you can see I have right here. It's a front flipper, so I'm not always the best at doing these front flippers. I mean, I can do it. It's just, it's not, I don't know, it's not as intuitive for me. So you can see I went ahead and added this little quick thumb stud to it. I don't like that it breaks up the straight line of the spine by having that attached, but I guess it's just something I'm willing to sacrifice, you know, to make it a lot easier to deploy. And tell me that that is just not one of the most gorgeous blades you've ever seen. Next up at the 14 spot from Zero Tolerance, I've got the ZT0562. Everybody knows this design from Rick Hinderer, especially that blade grind with that which he calls slicer grind. This is the full titanium version, which, yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, so you can always get, there's the half carbon fiber one, which will save you just a little bit of money, but both of them are going to come in 20 CV steel. Great hard use folders. And what list would be complete without a Civivi? Yep, number 13, this is the Durus. One of my favorite Civivis, the Durus. I love this wide blade profile and the nice, really nice, usable forward finger choil. Yeah, it's a smaller knife. I have medium-sized hands, but when I utilize that choil, look at that, you can see, you know, even those of you with like the larger hands will be able to use this knife. Ooh, how about this one at number 12? I got the multi-deployable Civivi Shredder. I've noticed that the Shredder is starting to become like one of Civivi's most popular models, and it's easy to understand why. I mean, it's got a really thin hollow ground blade, so man, this thing is just a hell of a slicer, and you get the multiple deployment options with either the thumb hole or the flipper tab. Oh, and let's not forget, yep, this one also has a really nice big forward finger choil. I love it too. And at number 11, I've got from CJRB, this is we got the Feldspar Jumbo and the Mini. I'm going to show you my favorite out of the two Feldspars, and it's the large one here, or as Amazon calls it, the Jumbo. I don't know why they call it that, but it's going to be just thumb stud deployment only, and yeah, you get D2 blade steel and a really nice, well, this is actually, it's kind of small for a finger choil, but I guess depending on your finger size, you could certainly use it that way. Just some of the best action. Ooh. All right, also from CJRB, I have got the Centros at number 10. Now, the Centros, or what I like to call it, is kind of like a stretched out Feldspar. This one was actually made by Dylan Mallory. It's a larger knife that's also going to be just the thumb stud deployment with a choil. Nah, you really can't consider that a forward choil at all, but this one also has just fantastic action. All right, Kizer's going to make an appearance now at number 9 with the, this is the Gemini, and I got the carbon fiber and the titanium. This has to be probably one of Kizer's like most well-known recognizable knives, and of course it is the Gemini. Now this is the titanium version, which I'm really not the biggest fan of, so I'm going to show you. This is the carbon fiber, which it is still available on, actually on Amazon, and it costs less than the titanium version, and man, do I really like this one. I mean, also, of course, I mean, it's super lightweight, and it has, I mean, traction's not great, but at least it is better than the titanium. Now here's a knife you don't see every day. At number 8 from Cold Steel, this is the Code 4 Black. Now I have only seen this knife for sale at White Mountain Knives. So if you remember, use my coupon code if you do decide to go ahead and pull the trigger on this, which is going to be Lefty Love, and that'll save you 10% off of your order. I haven't seen this anywhere else. There is also a version with a satin blade, which is currently out of stock, but you know, just keep checking back. They replenish their stock pretty regularly. Number 7, now this is going to be Benchmade's first appearance here with the Mini Crooked River. I gotta tell you, one of the happiest days of my life, outside of the birth of my son, of course, sorry boy, is going to be when Benchmade went ahead and released the Mini Crooked River, because I loved the full size, but it was huge. So when I saw this come out, oh my gosh, I snatched it up right away. Another Benchmade here at number 6. I've got the full size Freek in M4. All right, I'll say it, Super Freak. Now I can't believe that I'm gonna say this, but out of the two like souped up versions of the Freek, you know, the large and the mini, this one would definitely be considered the budget version of the two because it costs considerably less. Have you seen the price of that new Mini Freek? At number 5 from Drop, I've got the Ferrum Forge Gent Select. Normally I prefer my knives to have, you know, a little bit larger blades than this Gent Select, but I gotta tell you right now, this is probably my favorite small knife out of my entire collection. This would be a good spot, number 4, for a Spyderco, the Manix 2. I truly believe that everyone should at least, you know, if not own a Manix 2, at least try one. This is going to be the S30V version, which is a little bit over $100, or you can get, there's one with, it's got the same FRN scales, but the blade steel is going to be the BD1, and that comes in right at around $100. And it's still, you know, it's a respectable enough steel. Let's do another Spyderco at number 3. Do I even need to say the name of this knife? I'm not gonna. Here's another knife that at least, you know, everyone in this hobby should at least, if not own it, but at least try it out. The Paramilitary to, oh wait, I promised I'm not going to say the name of it because you should all know it by now. One of the most popular folding knives, probably in the entire world. Well, maybe after the Buck 110. Number 2 is going to be another Drop, well, and another Laconico for that matter. It's the Keen. I tell you what, this ended up being one of my most favorite knives out of my entire collection. I just love how, well, it's just got a really simple design. It's got the thicker blade stock that I always appreciate the heck out of. You got titanium scales and action, just amazing action. It's really difficult for me to get this one to fail. I can't. Before I show you number 1, I just got 2 really quick honorable mentions. The first is going to be a fixed blade. This is the ESEE 3. This I found, they're selling them for, without a sheath, for about $67. And I mean, it's an ESEE. So I don't know how many of you are familiar with their warranty, but it is a 100% unconditional, no questions asked warranty. You snap this friggin' thing in half, you send it to them. If they can't fix it, they will give you a new one. That alone is reason enough to own at least one fixed blade and make it one of these. Here's that automatic that I promised you. This is from Buck, and it is the 112 Ranger Elite Automatic. All right, you ready to see? This is going to be the number 1 knife for you to spend that hard-earned government money on. It's the Hogue Ritter RSK MK1-G2. I got the big boy and the baby. And I know I normally said that I like my larger knives, but I'm gonna tell you right now, out of the two sizes, this mini, I can't keep this out of my pocket. Like, I have been carrying this so much, and I think the biggest reason is because I don't even notice that it's there. And not that this one is like huge, but you know, come on, you can tell when it's in your pocket. Okay, now it's your turn because I've shown you mine. Let's see yours. I know there's got to be some knives that you feel should be on this list. So, okay, go ahead. Tell us down in the description below, and hey, we can all compare notes. It's a good time. And remember now, if you enjoyed this video and you got like any value from it, do me a favor and just let me know by leaving one of these. And don't forget to click on that subscribe. Hey, thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you at the next video. Take care. See you later. All right, is this sneaky enough again? Everybody gone? Good. I want to go ahead and give away on, let's do the 28th of May, so that's going to be this coming Thursday. I'll pick winners for this wee kite fin. You like that? Yeah, I thought you would. Same rules as before. All you got to do is just comment on this video, but there's a code word, okay? If you put in your comment, just put in the word kite fin. Then that way I know, because then when I go ahead and do the comment picker deal, you know, I can put in a keyword to look for, so it only like picks out those comments with that in there. So kite fin, remember, Thursday, May 28th, I will pick the winners. Good luck.